Hey, I just got done watching Teal Swan's 2025 prediction video. Highly suggest. Love her. Um, but yeah, she was talking about like people pleasing. I don't know. So, what I got out of the video, just like one thought, was that like people pleasing is ruining your life. It really is. You know, everybody looks at um, not people pleasing as being selfish, and you know what? It's your life. It's your life. You are the only one who has to deal with it. You have to live it every single day. And when you're on your deathbed, are you really going to be like, oh, I'm so glad I did everything for everyone else and nothing for me? You can, you know, balance is important. Balance is the key to everything in life. Sort of, right? Because my last video was about like, is moderation key? I don't think it is at times, but I feel like when you are, you know, drowning in something and you're processing through something and that's what you need in that moment, like that is the balance kind of to get you back to real, true balance. They say in relationships that it's 50-50, but sometimes it's 80-20. Sometimes you're having a bad day and you need your partner to carry the weight, and that's just how it is. Like, that's true. And that's the definition of a good relationship, is that that other person will pick up your slack in those moments and support you, and not berate you for it, or make you feel guilty. So, but while they're carrying that 80% and you're only giving 20 because you're trying to heal something about you, then you are able to heal, and then you're back to 50-50, and then you're able to carry weight when they need to only be at 20%. So, moderation is not the same thing as balance, really. It's like, what are your specific needs for balance, kind of. But anyway, people pleasing, you're not most likely only people pleasing in a relationship. You're people pleasing your parents, you're people pleasing at your job, with your friends, with your kids. I mean, with your kids is different. I think you should you should always be aiming to. I feel like kids get put on the back burner, and it's kind of messed up, because it's like that's where we try to regain our control over ourselves and our life, is by controlling our kids, because they're weak. They're small and they don't know, and that is really like the most fucked up thing you could do, because you should always be empowering your kids. If you're being selfish in every other aspect, like, your kids is where you should find the balance of giving time, giving energy, giving love. Like, when kids are upset, our first instinct is like, the noise is ear piercing and you're raising my anxiety level, and like, shut up. But what they really need in that moment is for you to sit down and say, like, hey, I hear you. I see that you're upset. Like, what's going on? What is the problem? Like, come here, give me a hug. Tell me about it. Explain what's happening inside of you, inside your head. How are you feeling? Kind of thing. Really, that's the respect we should probably give to everyone, but mostly our kids. But yeah, like, there was a time in my life where my parents would get so mad at me because I didn't want to go to family parties, and I didn't want to go on family vacations. And like, the reality of it was that that raised my anxiety so bad that like I had to be shit-faced in order to deal with it. Like something about my family just really triggers me. Not something, like I know what it is, but just, you know, a lot of judgments unintentionally, but like that's just like how they talk and how they are as people. And like I it just makes me very uncomfortable. And so when I stopped drinking, I stopped going to family parties because like I can't cope, and I'm going to put myself and my sobriety, be it selfish, that's fine. I don't care because this is what I need to be healthy. And I'm not going to put myself in scenarios where I don't feel comfortable and I feel the compulsion to drink to deal, you know? And people got really mad at me. And you know what? I don't care. And I have the luxury of not caring because I don't depend on them for anything. You know, they're not paying my bills. They're not, I love them and they love me, and emotionally, and you know, we are there as family supporting and loving each other. But I don't, you know, there's nothing that they can take away from me that's going to ruin my life, you know? So, and that is, it goes hand in hand with it, because if you're people pleasing out of manipulation because you're gaining what you need for survival, then that's also a problem. Like, you should be self-sufficient as much as possible. That should be a goal for you to work through, is to be able to support yourself. You know, it's hard in this economy, but like, then where are you, you know, spending money unnecessarily? Where can you work extra hours? Where, you know, like, I think that if you want something bad enough, you can achieve it. You will achieve it. And what was always very important to me was being independent. And that became a blessing when I am looking around later in my life and I'm saying, I realize that you're asking me for something, but I don't have the energy to give it. And yeah, like, and then there's people pleasing when it comes to your relationships. And honestly, like, yeah, okay, it's a give and take in relationships, like, but at the same time, like, women don't know, but at our base level, you know, society has tricked us into not believing this, but at our base level, we want direction. We want to feel safe. And with that safety comes the man in our life occasionally saying no, like, we're not doing that. And our first reaction is going to be, what do you mean? What do you mean no? That's what I want, okay? But I think that's important for us to listen. You know, why no? Because if it was something that we wanted and they are saying like, hell yeah, let's go, like, then that's the momentum of that experience. You know, that experience is going to be a hell yes. But if one party is saying no, then why is it no? Not, you know, what do you mean? No. It's like, why no? Maybe they're too tired. Maybe they aren't feeling it, you know? And then by you forcing the yes, it's not going to turn out the way that you want it to. That experience is not going to be joyful and fun and, but I think a lot of people are scared to say no because they don't want to deal with the uncomfortableness of the backlash, and they don't want to, upset anyone. But stick up for yourself. If just like if one of my friends were to call and be like, let's go out partying, and I'm like in my bed and I'm like comfortable, like I'm not gonna be like, ugh, get up, get dressed, put on makeup. Like, no. I'm gonna say, like, no, maybe next time. Like, don't call so late. I'm already in bed. I'm not gonna just say yes for the sake of keeping the other person happy. Like, that's self-betrayal. And when your body is tired and it's in bed and you're forcing it to do things that it doesn't want to do because you feel like you should be productive, that is telling yourself that like you don't care about its needs. Sometimes your body's tired. We work in cycles, we need time to replenish. Like, if you think about a pet, cat or dog, they sleep. Like, they lay down, they rest, not just at nighttime when you're sleeping, but like during the day. And then you let them out and they fucking run around like crazy, or cats get the zoomies and they like burn a bunch of energy and then they rest again. Like, your body is ebbing and flowing. It's like there's gotta be downtimes sometimes, or else you're gonna get sick, or else the universe is gonna force you to lay down and give you some kind of autoimmune disease. Like, you have to take that time for yourself to just chill and rest and not go because everybody needs you to. Like, it's disrespecting yourself. But yeah, like, I'm all over the place because this is how my brain works. I have ADD so bad, but yeah, just like, people are afraid of dealing with the backlash. Like, when my family would get mad at me, it's like, okay, well, sorry that you feel that way. I love you and I appreciate you, and there will be another time when I come, but like, not this time. And you just have to not be scared of the judgments, because other people's judgments are projections of their own shit. Has nothing to do with you, really. Because the only person that can judge you is yourself and God. Like, that's it. Everybody else's judgments of you is stuff that, those are their beliefs that they hold because of who they are, and they're projecting that shit onto you. And there's times that I judge people, but when that's happening, truly, it's because there's something within me that is being made uncomfortable. And that's a me problem. That has nothing to do with whoever I'm judging. Like, they're just living their life. They're just being who they are authentically. And I'm the one judging it, so it's my problem. Like, every encounter, everything that you experience is your experience. Other people are in your life, but they're having their own experience, and everybody's perspectives are so different. So it's like, somebody could do something and they could be thinking like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. This is the coolest thing I've ever done. I bet everybody around me thinks I look awesome. And meanwhile, like, I'm over here like, oh God, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? I'm judging. So whose problem is that? Like, is it their problem that I'm judging them? No, it's my problem. Like, they are totally happy and content in their own world. They're feeling great. So it's like, my vibrational energy is the one that's being lowered. So, Also, try not to judge people because all it's affecting is you. You know, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Anytime that you hear yourself judging someone, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. To yourself, you can just say it in your head, like, that's it. Like, that's called Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian meditation, and it's very powerful. I've been using that for years, and it has really changed my life. There's a great book by Joe Vitale called Zero Limits. I highly suggest it. But yeah, like, I feel like just stop people pleasing. Do what makes you happy. The happier you are, the more you're pouring into yourself, the more you're saying no to things that you really don't want to do, the more energy you have for you, and the more energy you have to spend on like what your true essence of being wants to do. And when you do those things, you're going to help so many more people than the one person you're people pleasing. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, good morning. Thanks for being here. We'll chat again soon. Bye.